All right, everybody. Hopefully Cutter shows up. I don't know. We're just doing this live with me. Hopefully the chat can help me out with this one. But yeah, we're just gonna do it, and I'm gonna text Carter and see where he's at. But it's okay, man. I'm not worried about it. We can get through this. Got the marker report down. I got everything down. So we can get this going. We do some stuff, and then we get started. So let's do a couple things over here first. Shout out everybody in the comments. Boom, look at GT Comics, always doing it real big out here. What else we got in this? We got. Hey man, it's just me tonight. Maybe I won't. I'll do a little cap on wrestling. I don't know. Does he like a cap? Like, do you mean caps like we can't talk about it that much, or we need a recap on the wrestling talk? I don't know what that means. Yo, what's up? Everybody just loves us right here. Hey man, hey, CEO got to do CEO things. So let's kick this out. We can do let's do the old intro. Let's go. All right. So frankly, little news on one news article. It's interesting to say the least. What we did was, yes, that's what it is. It's true. It's true. No cap there. So basically, the one news article of the week. Michael Watiti said he admits he only did Thor for the money. I mean, it's interesting because he I guess he got a job, he does it for the money. I mean, it's like when you take a new job and you just you're like, hey man, I don't know if I really want to do this, but people are throwing the Brinks truck back at me. What do we really do? It's just you kind of just accept it and do the money. And I just wonder if on this interview he was just like trying to say that all the time. I don't know what he's trying to do. But Cosmic Book News posted about it. He only did the 2 Thor movies Marvel because of the money. He's not even a fan of the character. I don't know what Leg's gonna say about that. This is just editorial. So for doing it for the money, I don't know. I mean, they weren't terrible, but somebody's just doing it and doing it big. I guess. That's what he does. Hey man, maybe I go to his house, man, and just wake up Sylvester and kind of just bring him on in here. My cats, I don't even know where my cats are at either. I got cats. I never leave them in there because they just meow all the time and it's annoying. But for me, yeah, I don't know. When's the first time you ever met somebody who didn't do a job for money, right? Yeah, these guys, they're regular people just like us. And it's probably a major commitment for these guys as a director trying to do bigger and bigger movies and all the time management and everything else. It's like they sign up for stuff like that. So it's pretty much the obviously he did it for the money, obviously, so he's not doing 5. So obviously he finished it and he was cool with it. So whatever. So that was his little triumph into things there. We all did it. So we'll see how it goes. I try to get Hood on the show too, man. With Hood's working still, man. So that's our little comic book news one hitter of the night. Nothing too crazy. So we'll see how it goes. But, going into the market report. The market report is interesting this week because he did a nice new market report for us, which is really great. Some Golden Age books, some other stuff. So I just go in alphabetical order. That's what I do. We kind of can just talk about it. So, Adventures of Real Worlds number 11. Atlas Comics CGC 6.5, $300. I did notice in the Monday Night Show that somebody asked me if you could look at the 2019 pricing for things. So I'm gonna try to look at 2019 pricing and kind of show it up there for people. Uh, I mean, he's a cool mofo too. I mean, yeah. And try to put it up for people because people are like, well, don't look at last, pandemic pricing and all that stuff. But I'm gonna try to do my best to give you pre-COVID numbers, I guess. So we'll see. This is issue number 11. So, yeah, this is a great looking 6.5 too. This is for $300. This is kind of a steal because you got the skull cover too. It always adds value to any pre-code book. And it's a 6.5, man. That's a really nice book from 52. I mean, it's out there. Wow. There hasn't been a sale in a long. Okay, so we'll say we'll bring this down. I can show you. So, they're really so Golden Age is when I collect Golden Age, I always look at last sales and stuff like that. It's just so hard because like some books like 6.5, the last 6.5 was this Davis Crippen D copy, which is like 2007. So it's like you really can't do that. And a 7.5 went in 22 for 719. So, man, that's a big jump. But it's so hard with the Golden Age books to just kind of see. I mean, you had a 4.5 right there for 276. I mean, $300 still seems low to me. I mean, especially when it was 719. But I mean, again, we talked about 22, but still, I mean, I kind of take the COVID pricing away from Golden Age books usually, just because they're so rare and they really don't pop up. I mean, this is more like 190, 100 for like low grades, 276, and it's like, man, just 300, you're jumping up significantly in the range. So the census will tell me better about Golden Age too. And I look at the census too, just to kind of figure everything out at the end of the day and kind of say, this is what I kind of do. I kind of look at the census too, just to kind of see if my computer would actually work. See where we're at with everything. 1 second here. Okay, I guess CGC down. I'm logged in. Okay. And the census is kind of down for some reason now. Great. Yeah. Okay. Well, they must be tooling around with it. That's funny. Yeah, what's up? So basically, yeah, so this one's just tough. It's just like, maybe so you won't even let me hit the census. See, it's weird. What's going on? Okay. But yeah, so I mean, probably not that many copies, I would assume. I mean, it's a 52 book. I'm sure it's not that many copies, but yeah, that's what I kind of do just so people can see. So, without that, I got let's see what I got this next. Another Golden Age classic, All Winners 6. It's pretty not the greatest condition, fair, good minus, I guess. You know, these books are totally hard to find. I mean, the All Winners is only so many issues, so it's very tough to find all those. Same thing with this one. I'm sure this one's going to have less data, I would assume. We can pull that up too. I'm sure just 41 to 48 is just very tough to find those books. And there's only like 20, so it's like, some of the classic covers are all in there. So this sold for $950, which still isn't a bad price. I mean, it's really beat, which is tough. Yeah, 2004 and 80, so for $174, yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, $11.99. Yeah. But for me, what we can do is we can look at this one too, because Golden Age is just a different world when you get into that world of stuff. So All Winter 6 is another one that's going to be. Suppose got a little more data, but I mean, you're talking like bare bottom here. I mean, if you call it good minus, that's a 1.8, 1.5, so you're kind of in this territory. So, I mean, I don't know if it's that great of a deal because again, most of those guys, when you slab these books like that, it's like $100. So I mean, this person for whatever reason went for 950. So 100. I mean, you put $100 into it, you're breaking even. Did that person really want the book? Yada yada yada. So that's I don't know if I would go for 950. I'd probably be in maybe. I mean, maybe 750, maybe, and maybe squeak out $1,000, a couple like $100. If you sell it, if you're trying to sell it. But I mean, obviously it's a classic cover and stuff like that, Hitler cover and Axis cover. But 950, not that good of a price, man. Especially when it's raw stuff like that. Yeah, it can be cleaned up, but you're not. It's not like it's gonna go from a 2 to a 3 or something like that. So that's what I kind of do there. So let's see what else we got here. ASM number 3, 4.5, $3,500 from our boy Blizzard, who's a yo, what's up, man? So yeah, Amazing Spider-Man 3, superhero Ditko, obviously really nice copy at 4.5 too for $3,500. I'm a big fan of this. I know a couple of people who collect Spider-Man. This is like one of the books they were missing. So it was nice to see that they could actually. I think they finally found this book actually, but this was one of the longer ones that was so hard to find. I'm trying to find it on this whole thing. Let me go here. Thing about GPAs, you got to get everything right. It sucks. Log in. Thank you. Okay. So for this one, this was a 4.5. So at 4.5, I mean, it's pretty steady. I mean, look. I mean, we can. If my computer doesn't want to go up, thank you. Okay. Okay. Don't know what's going on now. Hold on 1 second. I can't scroll for some reason. This is nice. Here we go. What happened there? So this 4.5, I mean, it's been pretty steady. I mean, we always talk about pre-pandemic pricing, but I mean, it hasn't. It actually rose from pandemic or kind of steadied out. I mean, I kind of take this away, but most of it, I mean, it's kind of staying in the same category. I mean, up to 4,100, 3,120, and 23. I mean, it's a very solid book to invest in. So, I mean, I expect you can see it. Yeah, it's a pretty nice book to see that you can be invested in at the end of the day. So 3,100, it was 2,400 or two grand. So I mean, Spider-Man keys are definitely holding their weight. So yeah, and Doc Ock is the top 2 Spider villain. So I mean, it's great that one of those books, like after the Sony movies and stuff and all that stuff, off the Spider-Man movies, he's stayed irrelevant. So it speaks volumes to Spider-Man and Spider-Man collectability. I know people who just try to do yeah, look at that, perfect 4.0, yeah, little white pager. It's that's one of those classic like blue chip keys. Like we all talk about Spider-Man 1 and 3. It's like Spider-Man and to a lesser extent is probably one of the more safer bets when it comes to collecting. So I mean, if you were today, if you said, hey, do you know what book should I go after? I mean, Spider-Man's pretty safe. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, you could move him pretty easily. Everybody loves it. Cross appeal, different things, stuff like that. Let's see what else we got here. Ezekiel, we talked about that on the Monday show. Obviously, with Madam Web, stuff like that, you're seeing pricing going off. I mean, you could get these books for next to nothing, and now they're $30 books. I mean, you could find these $5, probably guys $5. I don't think they were in a dollar bin, but $5. So if you got a stack of these and you were just waiting, I mean, flipping 5 in the 30s, $40. I mean, it's not a bad deal in the first place. I mean, hell, if you get 10 copies, right, that's $50. 10 copies is $300-400. I mean, that's a good flip, right? So If you got them, I'd list them. I mean, I wouldn't wait and try to grade them. There's so many out there. I just kind of go ahead and just, unless you had a 9.8, I would just go ahead and do them. Just put them out of the bay. Yeah, condition is everything. That is true. Um, Black Knight 3. I don't really know much about this book. This is one of those Carter books. We can go back and look at this book a little bit. I guess with Eternals, this is supposed to be the big book coming up and Marvels and all that stuff. But what we can do is we can look here and I can find it for you. And this is what I kind of do when I kind of research books and stuff. We kind of just look at all the books and just say, hey, this is what we're kind of doing. And, 2016. And it's funny because this is only a 3-issue run. So we got here. Let's have a variance around this one. So 9.8 sold for $275 back in the day. But this 8.0, $19, man. It's 110, stuff like that. Yeah, I mean that's the other thing, It's oh, look, my man, he's coming on. He can tell me about this stuff. So what we can do is, yeah, I mean, he hasn't done anything at 616, and it's like, people, maybe it's a good book to come about and do things with. So I'm gonna kind of pause the show here so we don't have to run through it all because I'm only into bees. And Mr. Carter's gonna come join us. He said he's up. He's here. He just woke up. So we're on top of it, man. No, I appreciate everybody getting through. I guess things on the channel that I can talk about to fill some time. We're gonna try to do another show. Hopefully, it can be better than the first one. I think we're gonna try to do it in April or May. I gotta figure it out with the boys. I know John Z wants to come. I know Paul wants to come. I think Sleepy might show up. Carter will be there probably. Myself will be there. I think Dennis might show up. Jessup, Half Price Crook, if you know him, he might be there. A couple other guys who I met through all this will be there. So we could have a potential for like 20 or 30 people probably at this for like dealers, maybe 20 dealers. So, man, Carter's got to get ready for the camera, man. Yeah. So no, it's a good time. I don't know. I told everybody I maybe do 1 or 2 a year. Yes, Michigan. Yep. See, look at that. See, Bob was there. Bob knows what's up. Yeah, dude, for sure, man. I mean, I'll talk to Z. It's more on Z and the kiddos because everybody has kids and stuff like that. So it's just like I don't want to just kind of pick a date. I kind of was thinking I'd say like either before or after 420, and I think that kind of falls in with. I kind of don't want to during Easter time because obviously that's just terrible timing for everybody, and then kind of the week after people trying to get back from vacation. So April or May, we can definitely do it. Yeah, and it's definitely in Michigan. It's in Milford, Michigan again, for people who's interested. And it's May, so it's like nicer out. They have a big bay door there where you can just open it up and people can just walk in and walk out. You can load very easily. It was a nice time to load. You just pull your car in, load, unload, and all that stuff. So, and for me, I just have some vendors and stuff. I know they're talking about trying to do. Don't quote me either, like Magic or like a Magic the Gathering tournament there too, maybe at the same time, just so it kind of fills up the space more. So we'll see how that all goes. But we'll see. For me, it's a good time. I just do it for community, and I'm gonna try to go to local libraries around here and hopefully get kids in there because a lot of kids came in last time and they were super pumped, and I was just giving them books. I don't even care, and just gets people more in the hobby and stuff. So people were really pumped about that. Yeah, so Michigan, it's I'll give you some Pokemon. Hold on one second. So it is. Let's see. Yes, I'm over 21. This is a place. It's River's Edge Brewing Company. So it's really nice, great stuff. See, my wife even makes the photos. So contact. Let's see if they know. Oh, they have info and stuff. Yeah, but it's in Michigan. Look at that. Look at Bob taking care of me. Doing giveaway boxes. Look at him. Yeah, library sales are great too. Yeah, I mean, so basically, yeah, and all I do is print out flyers, is put them in there, and talk to whoever's working there, and just say, yeah, man, just if you could promote it, I'd really appreciate it. Hopefully we can go out and do some things, and uh, cool. Yeah, so just trying to do all that. Yeah, I'm just trying to find Google Maps here as I'm losing the line here. Yeah, so it's in downtown Milford. Zoom in. So I mean, it's not that far. So like, say you want to come from out of state, and say you were flying in. We'll say just DTW. I mean, you're only 40 minutes away from the airport down here. I mean, it's not terrible. I mean, and they have a bunch of nice places. Northville's a nice town. Novi's a great town. Stuff like that. Novi's where the Novi here is where they have the Motor City Comic Con every year, stuff like that. So I mean, you have plenty of hotels and things to do. Obviously, there's golfing all around and stuff like that. But yeah, so good times. I'll talk about it more on the channel when we do things and stuff like that. And we're cool, man. I just appreciate it. And yeah, hopefully we just try to do it bigger and better every time. And don't quote me. I thought we did it on Saturday last time. I think I have my thing still here. What is it? Yeah, I did it on Saturday. So I'm gonna try to do it on a Saturday again, because Sunday they have a local show around here in the like a VFW hall kind of thing. So I don't want to kind of step on that stuff. So yeah. So this was the old flyer. So don't look at this one, but this is what it was. Yeah. Local vendors. I had actually a lot of people come up to me and ask me about maybe trying to have an artist to have the kids start doing like drawing and stuff. I thought that was an interesting idea. Think about that and stuff like that. Um, so yeah. This Flaming Love cover. It's really good. Number 5. Great issue. I actually see, this is one of the ones I always tease Carter about and say, like, I don't know if I'd pick this up or not, but yeah, it's a great little story and stuff like that. So basically, I mean, it's a great little photo. It draws my attention to it, unlike other like painted regular like comic book covers. It's like a photo cover, so it's like more in depth. But 125 bucks, man. I mean, I seems like a decent deal to me. I don't even know if there's any sales of this book. So you can find it all out. So there's the man. Can't wait. You ready, man? Oh boy. Oh yeah. See, my wife texted me. She said the Warhammer guys will be here April 20th. Hey man. Hey man.
Hey.
Hey. You all right, dude? You okay? I'm sorry, dude. I woke you from your slumber, dog.
I just woke up.
I know. I feel you, dog. I feel you. You all right, man?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I kind of went through just a couple of these. We talked about Thor already. How the director only did it for the money. So.
Well, the point that I wanted to make was the thing about there was like an edict by Marvel that they want directors who don't know the source material.
And they're not influenced, or
I'm not sure I'm not sure what's going on behind that, but it just seems like they don't want directors that or filmmakers that are just kind of coming into it with their with their own thing, as opposed to
like literal transformation from the paper to the screen, maybe.
Right.
Which I understand. Maybe it stifles somebody's creativity, because it's like, say I tell you to paint a picture, but I tell you how to do it all, or I give you this book and say draw a tree, and it's exactly like the tree in the book. Like, is that really? There's other avenues you could go that people don't think of, maybe.
Yeah, but dang,
it's risky. Don't get me wrong; it's very risky. because
Well, if you're not a good director like this
right,
guy,
yeah. I put this up. I put this up before you showed up. I said, was he just doing this the whole time? Just show me the money.
yeah,
Yeah. So I
he's
don't
kind of
know.
I don't know, kind of hacky.
Okay.
So it
Uh,
didn't work for him.
somebody put back here in the chat, man. I don't like. Do we need a recap or do we need a cap? Where we can't talk about the whole show about wrestling. We'll do the wrestling at the end. So if people want to tune out, they can tune out. It's fine. I was on the peeps on the YouTube that we talked about doing another show at the bar maybe in April sometime. I gotta talk to Z because Z wants to come. Paul wants to come. I'm sure Sleepy will be there. You, me, Dennis again, Bob, all the boys were there last time. So I'm sure it'll be bigger and better. And they want to do like either a Warhammer or a Magic the Gathering or some kind of shit too at the same time. So it might be a good time. I kind of bruised to the first like 4 or 5. Do you have anything you really want? I said this is a great book for $300. It's really cheap because a 7.5 sold for like $750, which is insane to me.
Yeah, that's a great cover. It looks like that was a buy it now. So
Yeah,
that adventures into weird worlds. My God, look at that.
because and we looked at the GPA data and it was like 1.5 to 2.0 was like a couple $100. So it's like you jumped up 4 grades for $300, man. It just
Yeah.
that's a bad buy it now price. I mean, I would have probably put 500 to be honest with you, but that's just me. So.
I would have put shit. I would have put what was that? What was the other price?
A 7.5, I think, for $750.
Shit, I would have put $750 on it.
Okay. I mean, it is rare. The census is down for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I can't view it. It's like errors.
That is a great.
And then this one, this wasn't. So I initially thought this was a good buy, but a 2.0 graded was only like $10.50. You're buying a raw book. I mean, I get it. There's not that many of them, but I mean, I would have probably bought it at like 7. And again, I don't know if you're going to flip it or keep it in your collection. If you're trying to flip it, man, that's razor thin margins at the end of the day. And it looks beat. Obviously, I mean, you could clean it up, but it's not gonna do a lot.
It's just a really like a yellow golden age cover like that. It looks rare.
Yeah. And there's only, I mean, there's 21 different issues, but most of them are really legit. Like this one's great because all the characters are on there. I talked about ASM3. Just if I was buying books right now, the safest bet's Spider-Man because this really hasn't went down, or I mean, it went up during COVID, but I'd kind of take it away. But it's still hanging there, even though Doc Ock's been in the movies. And
you know what? Yeah, like the early Amazing Spider-Man like this, I don't think that's always a good buy. Yeah. And I've got a 5.5 copy, so I was just kind of like, all right, let's see what these early Spideys are going for.
Yeah, I've been showing everybody. I kind of just take the data here and just show people. That was a 4. You said a 4.5. So I mean, it's still like we'll even do 4.0. I mean, so let's just do 4.0 for you because you just want to kind of see. See, man, like when I bring it over, it like fucks up like this. It like won't let me scroll if it's weird. Okay. So like a 4.0, so it's like it's about 3. Anywhere 2,500 maybe if you kind of split it, but. I mean, you go back to 20. I mean, it's still up there. It hasn't went down, so it's always good. I kind of take these prices away, but
okay,
not bad. But 4.5. I mean, we're still in the same market for this one too. It just was at 31.20. You take away these prices, you're still, it's going up. I like it. It's holding.
Yeah,
it's holding. I like it. Okay, let's go down here. I've been showing all. I just said ASM 30s, with Madam Web, right? Ezekiel, all that stuff. Did you find these in dollar bins back in the day, or like $5?
I want to say around cover price.
Okay, because I was like, man, if you bought a stack of them, I mean, you say you bought 10 for $5 a piece or whatever, that's $50. You can sell them for 40. That's $400. Or 300. I mean, that's still a good hefty margin.
Heck yeah.
Would you grade these, or would you just let them roll right off eBay? Right,
I
just let them
just,
roll. Yeah. Unless
you know what? I'd pair it with other ASM books that I don't want, and I'd
like
let
that.
them go like that.
That's why you're smarter than me. Look at you.
Oh,
You got to tell me about this book. So,
this was a hot book. Okay, so Black Knight 3,
yeah.
that Bradstreet cover. This was a hot book. Gosh, man. I want to say like
This
5 or
was
6
20.
years
This
ago.
was 9/8 sold for $275 back in like 21 or 22 or something.
Yeah, this was a really hot book back in the day. It was just interesting to see.
I try to be the CEO of integrity. That's what I do for a living, I guess. I don't know. This one, we stopped on this one.
Okay.
So, Flaming Love #5. Obviously it's a photo cover. It's one of those covers that for a romance book, I would actually look and stop and like, man, I'd buy that book.
Hell yeah. Look at that. That is a gorgeous cover. I've never seen that cover before
Yes,
up
I have there.
until this sale. And I mean, this thing stopped me dead in my tracks. This cover is so gorgeous.
Because I was looking, I was like, I was trying to find before you came on here. I've been trying to show people because on the Monday night show they were talking about, hey, can you show data from like not COVID years, obviously. I said,
Yeah.
cool, man. I can try, obviously. I'm saying I'm the best at this stuff, but okay, so that was a 5.0 for $312. So
Damn.
yeah, so that was a VG. So I mean, that was graded too. So it was interesting. So again, since this is downer, I'd kind of pull it up too, but yeah, man. I mean, that's a great cover. It's because I talked about, when it comes to golden age and scarcity, I was talking about, scarcity and like how books haven't sold. It's kind of a struggle to find data. Like this book for $125, that seems like a steal to me. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's because romance books, right? It's like when you have like illustrations versus photo covers. Photo covers are better grades because like boom, it's right there, and like illustrations is just tough. It's like you gotta have like the perfect storm of things for it to sell.
You see that little bit of side titty?
I see that.
Mm-hmm.
I see that. That's man.
1950 side titty.
This book. So I wanted to give my wife this book a long time. I know D-Town Comics actually. So Guardians of the Galaxy 25 Scotty Young variant. This is a hard one to find, even though it's a 1 in 15. I've seen these range from like 75, like $150, like this one. I just, my wife's not, the most serious collector in the world, but this is a cool cover. She, I don't know. I mean, and it was, I saw like maybe 3 or 4 of them at one time. Galaxy 25. Let's see what I can do here. I messed it up. But what, I mean, do you have one of these in your collection?
Oh, absolutely not.
No?
No.
Interesting.
Guardians of the Galaxy number 25 Scotty Young variant.
Yeah.
So this is the mini armors of Iron Man, I believe, right?
I believe so.
So this came out in 2010. And this looks like, what does that look like? A stain? I don't want to say steampunk, but
I would say steampunk. I would break it down into steampunk Iron Man kind of, or it kind of, reminds me of Iron Giant, I guess.
Yeah,
Iron Giant, Iron Man, I guess, if you would call it that.
But yeah, that price for that kind of ugly cover, it that kind of surprised me.
It's funny. Like, no, I mean, I've seen them for like 100 and something. I mean, this isn't out of the ordinary. Very few get listed too. I mean, this has probably been up for a while because I actually know him. You know him too. I think you met Brian. But yeah. So this one is I don't know. I just for Scotty Young cover, it's just I don't I just but it sells, man. Scotty Young fans are rabid, man. Rabid people.
Oof. All right.
Ruthless out
Y'all have at it.
So we talked about this one. Haunted Thrills number 11.
Mm-hmm. So horror cover, red dress, blonde in a red dress cover.
I just don't like how he didn't take photos really. Like in the bag photos.
I mean, I'm not sure why sellers still do this, because I remember back. You remember back in the day, you only got 5 photos, and then
Correct.
you had to pay for
Extras.
more.
Yep.
Yeah, like eBay literally allows for 24 photos, and a golden age cover like this. I mean, you gotta be showing every aspect. Like you gotta show it, the centerfold, the inside the book, outside.
I
This
know.
is
I know people hate me for this. This is his listings or sold listing. So it looks like it's all the same stuff.
well. I mean,
I just want to say, like, it's a $900 book. Did he take photos of it? So he took photos of that. That was interesting.
so a lot of people, yeah. So I'm not quite sure why you're not going to do that for an even older book.
Yeah. So this is a 2-pager too. Like,
Oh my goodness.
I'm just looking at stuff. Now let's see what stuff. Okay, so we took it to sold listings a little bit. Let's look at. He doesn't have anything up. So this guy must have just went through and just like, okay, I'm listing them all front and back, front and back, front and back.
Okay, so I mean, this guy is facing a return if maybe the page count is off, or maybe there's like a huge detachment that he didn't divulge. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, this is great. Low grade copy.
Yeah, but what that doesn't mean a damn thing.
Check photos for condition, bro. You don't got any photos on.
If there's if there's like a detachment or something like that, then
yeah. Well, this is what he put. Book is obviously. Oh Jesus Christ! Yeah, it's possible writing in the margins. Like, oh boy.
nah.
Yeah, and it looks beat. I mean, you can just tell from
This is unacceptable for a golden age.
And it looks like it's detached at both covers, so it looks like a detached cover too. Because look at the bottom, it's like, yeah, but that's just me. Okay. Howard 3. I've been looking for a Howard the Duck. The one is it 1 variant?
Yeah, number 1. Yeah.
Yeah, no one gives a fuck about that book anymore, but I do kind of, even though it's not really gonna. Is it gonna be worth something? I don't know.
So yeah, I have I got rid of number 1 a long time ago, but I do have number 3. And this was kind of surprising. I thought, well, this book is like, this price is respectable.
Okay.
For this Rob Liefeld variant for number 3.
Because ones are still like these ones are still like $1,000, man.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Look, that's $100 right there. I mean, let's see what the number 3 sold for. Let's say 3, and then I'll put that's if I spelled it right, but that's okay. Look at that, doing my thing. Let's see what it sold. Let's see if anybody else sold any other ones recently. Which I really don't see too much stuff. Okay. That's a 97. That's a 51. So, not terrible. I mean, I don't know about that one. $62. Yeah. So, yeah. Good for that person. Interesting. Okay.
Yo, I got a message. Okay, so I have something up for like $155, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And somebody shows me a picture of the app price.
The eBay app price? Or?
No, the key collector app price.
Okay.
And it's at like $35.
Okay.
He's like,
was yours in low grade, medium grade, or high grade?
It's a variant.
No, I'm joking, because remember, key collector has low, medium, high. You just tell me what you're basing it off of.
And so he's just like, oh, okay, I feel this price is too high. Can
Okay,
you come down? And I'm like, so what do you thinking? He's like exactly at the key collector at price at
interesting.
$35. It wants me to come down like $120.
Can you know what you respond back? Is it an eBay? Is that what it is?
Yeah, yeah.
Tell them to come. Yeah, I'll meet you. Just come down from the comedy store where you're telling jokes at, bro.
Yeah,
Tell 'em, bro.
that's funny.
Uh,
He shows me the key collector at price.
of course he does.
Yeah, like that means anything.
Like we know, like we don't know who. Yeah, it's like we don't know.
And so
But
I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just like, okay, so
I just
are there any other copies available for $35 to $45 now? And
yeah.
there aren't.
Oh yeah, and the
This
thing,
is, mine is literally the only copy available.
well, you know, and I'm like, hey, go find. Hey, you know what I tell people? That's why me and Tony used to tell people back in the day, like Golding's books. It's like, hey man, can you come down? Like they do. Like, can you come down on $35? Hey man, if you find one for $35, you give me I'll buy one too. Yeah, you let
Yeah.
me know.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I just tell them, hey man, you find one for 35 and you see two of them, you grab me one, I'll buy it from you.
Uh-huh.
New Howard the Duck series out tomorrow. Okay, I didn't know that. I'm behind the times.
Okay. All right.
Oh,
Damn, dude, I gotta find all my Howard the Duck stuff. Then.
Oh man. Now you got Carter out here looking at Howard the Duck stuff tonight. He can be rolling through his boxes of Howard the Duck stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. This beauty. Incredible Hulk 181 60, $3,000.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I forget what. Listen, I completely forget the 2020, 2021, 2022 prices. I forget them.
Okay.
I just think this is a respectable price for a 6.0.
You want to look it up or no?
Sure.
Okay,
Let's knock it out.
You tell me. I don't know. I wish you could. I wish the thing about GPA. I wish you could type up here, like go to issue number and just go. Let's do it instead of fucking scrolling for 8 years on a thing.
Oh my gosh! They
GPA hit me up. I mean, you can do it after you click on something, but it's. Jesus Christ! Yeah, and you tell me 181s aren't popular. Jesus. Okay. See, when I click on something, it won't let me fucking scroll through it. It's so dumb.
Oh, so it went for as high as almost 5 G's at one point.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Okay. Thank you. Okay. 6,521, but I mean, you know,
Yeah.
we're still in the magic world there. I mean, it's not terrible.
Oh wow.
I mean, even in 2018 when it's 3,200. I mean,
mm-hmm.
Because somebody in the show was asking me. That's right. Maybe down at the comedy club we can do there. Stand up and show me. You can tell the jokes to someone else. I love it. You have to put the hash mark after the title. Oh, see, look at these guys helping me out. Look at these. Okay. Go to look at that. So I just put 181. Okay. I don't know. Okay. I don't know. After a title. So if I okay. Cool. Thanks. Hey, look at that. People telling me what to do. I like it.
Okay.
Giving me help. I love it. So cool. So I'll take care of that one. So little Miles 8 action. Miles Morales Spider-Man 8. First appearance of the Assessor.
Yeah, that's still a respectable price. I think this book was like hot a couple years ago, but
is he gonna come? You think if Miles ever hits a screen that this guy's gonna be a villain maybe or something of that nature? Like, is this have room to grow if somebody buys a couple of these and stashes them away in a long box forever?
It seems like people are just buying it for. I don't know. I still don't know what the Assessor even looks like at this point. But I just think people still. I think they're buying this for this cover.
He looks like he's gonna look like the guy from he's gonna like IRS Ernard Slicer from
Yeah, he just looks very nondescript.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm just thinking about baddies in the future and Marvel and stuff like that. Hey. hey, Key Collector runs them all, bro.
I mean, I think this person has like double-digit feedback, so they must be
Right,
newbies.
look at all these people. Tell me, dude, I'm such an old man. People are like, you old fart, you don't even know what you're doing anymore. I'm like, GPA. Well, it's the bad thing is like when I was at shows and before Key Collector, right? People would just look on eBay right in front of you, dude.
Oh yeah.
It's like, dude, like, okay,
I
good
mean,
for you.
I do the same thing. I guess I can't be mad at that.
Yeah, I mean, but I do it like when I'm away from somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'm just trying, I'm just trying not to, insult somebody right there. Like, yo, man, I'm gonna look it up right now because I don't trust you. Um, Tell me something more about this book. Morning Glory is
Oh,
number one.
oh, do you remember this book from?
I do not remember this book from
Okay,
20. I got into at 2011, I think, so I missed this one. Unless it was like hot when it first came out or something.
yeah, this was like a $50 book raw
Wow.
back in 2010. You know what I'm
Really?
saying? Yeah, this was a really hot.
Wow, this had 5 printings on the fucking thing? Somebody said, hold on. It had 4 variants? Jesus. Do you remember the variants on this thing?
The variants on this were basically second, third, and fourth prints. Yeah, like this.
Yeah, interesting. Holy smokes.
Yeah,
Okay.
actually, I love this series when it came out, and I had every single one of those covers.
What did what's this about?
Oh my gosh! You know
Prep
what?
school
This
in
was
the
around
country.
okay. So this was around the time of like Lost being. Do you remember that TV show
Yes.
Lost? It
Yeah.
was kind of based on this. So it was a group of classmates. I'm just going off the top of my head.
Yeah.
A group of classmates who were all born on the exact same day,
Oh, okay.
and they were just kind of gathered together, and they all kind of came to this high school, and they read and they kind of realized that they shared the same birthday,
Mhm.
and hilarity ensued.
Okay.
But and it was just kind of like some kind of mystery. It was a Lost type mystery comic.
Hmm. I wonder if that'd be really good for. I wonder if that would be good for. They never got a TV show, right?
I know, not at all. No.
Interesting. Hmm.
So I replied to the guy, okay, so there aren't any $35 to $45 copies available now on eBay, which there aren't.
Mhm.
And so he replies, okay, sorry. What I meant was there are not much comparable sales online except Key Collector, which he showed the screenshot of. So
Mhm.
my offer of $45 is inflated based on the high grade $35 expected.
So it's inflated. So he's saying, "Oh Jesus, okay. How about I inflate your answer back into my fucking email trash bin, eBay trash bin?" I will. Interesting. Okay. Um, Pete
Oh,
Parker,
yeah, I
little
love this.
sister.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have this copy. I mean, I have this cover,
Yes.
and I was just kind of interested in sales for this.
$30 seems respectable, man.
Yeah, 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 very much so.
I mean, since he's been on the screen forever,
Hmm.
Planet Comics 56.
I want this.
Do you?
Yeah, this is a great cover.
Man.
Planet Comics 56, 1948. Look, that is a gorgeous cover. It's got skeletons and skulls and sci-fi, and it's got everything going for it.
Okay, so that was a 3.0 or for $300, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is a 6.0 for like $1,000, which is on my comic shop, which would be cheaper.
Mm.
So, I mean, that's not it's not terrible. I mean, it's a high
Oh,
grade.
it doesn't have skulls on it. It's got
Yeah,
just
yeah. Dissected bodies, I guess, or
yeah, X-ray
X-ray.
bodies. Yeah, but that
What
is a
was
great cover.
one small piece of tape on cover, 3 pieces on interior cover. That's
Tape.
oh, they gave it a 6.0 though. I mean,
That's
Shit.
kind of that's pretty generous. There for
Yeah,
both.
I would have thought so too, but okay. Yeah, it's like it's only cover too. Okay. Get a photocopy of the book for $12. Who is this guy? Who is this guy? So yeah. Well, a little Power Girl 4. This was hot.
Yeah, this was hot back in the day.
Yep. Yep.
Nothing
I
to
mean,
nothing really to say about it, but just this was. I remember this book being really hot,
yeah. Yeah. I
and
remember when Power Girl was like the hottest thing around, remember?
mm,
It was like the white cover with
yeah, yeah.
Hughes or whoever was fucking doing it.
I guess people thought she was going to be like on the big screen at some point.
Yeah. Which one was it? Because you remember this, it was. I just kind of put because it was this cover, right? And then the other covers, like Power Girl covers, just were crazy. You know, this one obviously.
Yeah, that Adam Hughes cover.
Yeah, whatever. This obviously this was cool because it was a newsstand. Obviously, this was hard to get. That was a big boy. That was a book, big book back in the day too. All this other stuff, but yeah, it's classic Power Girl stuff.
And
So
then you had
obviously that one.
yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. I that book used to be super super high. I don't know about anymore, but
Look it up. Power Girl 27.
yeah.
Mm, yeah. Has any actually sold? As I try to go down here.
Doesn't look like it.
I don't
It seems like the Power Girl mania has kind of died down.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, $100 for a raw copy at number 27. Yeah, it's pretty respectable though.
And it's the final issue, so
Mm-hmm.
I
Very
mean,
respectable.
oh, Power Girl was your boy. Look at that. Look at this.
All
Good
right.
job, man. Look at you. Good job. Yeah, the boob window. We all know. We all know. Do this. Well, this section. Spider-Man 12. This was a hot book back in the day. I mean,
Oh
it's
heck
still kind of
yeah.
hot, obviously, but
Yeah. So I think a 9.6 is as good as you're gonna get.
stuff. Stuff. I think wasn't not a 9.8 for like if I remember correctly. I thought it was what was it like 1200?
I I would believe so.
9.2.
Honestly, I would sell a raw copy for that much.
I got a book. I just saw this book. Oh boy. Oh boy. These. Oh man. Okay. So I'll just show everybody what I'm looking at. I'm going. Oh man. So I've been after this book for a long time. Not that one. Look at that 9.2 for $1,100.
Eesh.
I've been wanting that book forever, dude. 9.6 for $1,700. Best offer. Yeah. Man, oh man. 9.6 11.50. So obviously this person's out of their mind. I mean, I'm just looking to see if I haven't seen any sold ones either. So interesting. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Those were Jack ones are kind of expensive. They're relatively new. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, Spider-Man 12. Star Spangled War Stories number 84.
First appearance of Mademoiselle Marie.
Do you have this book?
I've got a very low grade copy.
Okay.
And I'm surprised that a 7.0 is going for this much. I wasn't pricing up lower grade copies, but this one just kind of surprised me.
Yeah. I I I usually stay away from war covers here. They're tough sells out in the public, not on eBay usually, because all the old timers use eBay. But like if you're taking to a con, nobody's looking for Star Spangled War stories number 84.
Well, I will say this one is probably the most popular
Okay.
of because damn, I forget, is Haunted Tank in this first appearance? I mean, does he make a first appearance in this series or not? I totally forget. But this book is hot. I mean, this book is desirable just because it's a first appearance.
You think it's 90? No, it's not 90. You said first appearance of what? I'm sorry, one more time.
Haunted Tank. No, that's GI Combat. Never mind.
Okay.
That's GI Combat, and that's like 19. I think maybe mid, like I want to say mid 50s is Haunted Tank, or maybe even I forget. But that's okay. But this one was it's just a good cover.
And a 7.0 is a great price. I mean, you can see it's just up there, 3.5, 415, 495. I mean, so
Yeah,
interesting.
it's a desirable book for the right grade and price, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, that's what we got next. A couple more here. Summer of Love, 48.
Look at that. I have this book.
Okay.
And probably a couple. I would say probably in a 5.0.
Okay.
And this I've always loved this cover when I first saw it. Mm-hmm. GI Combat 87. Yep. But it's this one is really just skeevy as hell.
You got swingers on it too, bro, in the bubble.
Yeah, man. Look at dude's bulge.
Oh, he's out here.
Yeah, man. This cover is out here. This is sending the wrong messages to the kids. And homegirl getting her hair pulled. Just everything.
Good thing I didn't show this one. Jesus, I put Summer Love 48. Jesus Christ.
This
I don't even want to see what the fucking the search results show.
I'm taking that booty.
Boom. He's got the hair on. He's got the hairy fucking legs too.
Yeah, man.
Got the chest hair coming out.
Homie look like Tom Selleck, actually.
Yeah, Tom Selleck, aka Rico Suave, out in this He'll steal my wife and my girl. Dang. I like it. Sick.
That's my role model right there, man.
There it is. Insert signature left. Okay. Yeah. That's funny. Okay. So, Venus 11.
Good cover.
Yeah.
I'd never noticed this cover before.
Okay.
Oddly enough. This is a great cover.
I think the only Venuses that I saw, gotta look real quick. Go to my comic shop. Because when I look for Venus covers, I usually don't rip off 11 like that. This is 48, right? 50. Yeah, 48. Because this is, what number is this again? Is it 11?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So when I look at 11s, when I look at 11s here, we gotta blow this up a little bit. So obviously, I have one is fucking unfindable, but I'm just going through these. Like 7's cool. I love 7, obviously. Kind of got that old school Frank Sinatra kind of old school kind of stuff.
Yeah.
11's good. 10's great too.
Oh yeah. This is the sci-fi cover.
Yeah, I love 10 too. Yeah, but no. Oh, sorry. Go back here. 11's great too.
A 4.0. Well, rather a VG copy.
Yeah.
For 800.
Yeah. CBCS for 1300 here. red. I guess would you call that red dress? Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, that really kind of really entitles it. Uh, this
Damn,
one too.
these are all great covers.
Yeah, really this one obviously is a classic. 17. She's
Bondage.
bonded. She's got skeletons.
Yeah.
Because it's a 0.5 is $1,400. So. This one's kind of cool too. They're all great covers. All these Venus covers are really this. Obviously, this one's the
Oh yeah. One. Oh my god. Yeah. 22 grand. Somebody wants.
Yeah, 4.5.
Woo. Woo.
How much is 10 worth? We could look. Look at that. I can do that for you. I can get the numbers. Give me 1 second here.
Yeah, I think that's one of the more famous covers.
Yeah. See if I can pull this off real quick for you. We'll see what the old numbers say. Somebody got it sold on 9.2 for $1,600 back in 2013. 4045. Okay, cool. So it's a 4.5 sold in 22 for 555. A 5.5 sold for 700. I mean, I would probably say 600. I mean, it's not crazy talk. I don't think. Again, I mean, I don't know how many's out there, but maybe you go to 7 and somebody gives you 6, you take it. Just guessing. That's what I would do. If I was in your shoes. So cool. Okay. Little foil covers, gold variants.
Heck yeah. Wildcats #1 gold. The gold foil cardstock variant.
You've been watching the show on Mondays, haven't you?
I didn't catch yesterday's.
No, it's okay. Leg's been on this whole kick of hollow cover, like X-Men hollow covers and like all these like foils back in the day. I need to get back on a train. I mean, they're cheap enough. Who cares, right? Just buy them for $1, $5. I mean, this one's pretty rare, but
I think I have 2 copies.
You ready for this one? The $70, or you just get Jim Lee to sign it for $99.
Well, you know what? They were readily those autograph because I've got the autograph cover, and those are, I guess, just as plentiful as the
regulars. Okay,
autograph. Yeah, actually, I think the non-autograph might be more rare. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Interesting to me. The things I get pulled up on is interesting to me. Okay. So this is $100. I mean, even for $100, I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's $69. Yeah, like you said,
there are a ton of there are a lot of available copies with that signature.
Okay, so let's go back to this, and I'm going to bring this up over it. So that was $70 for a VF Plus, right? I mean, 9.6 for $183, right?
Sure. Honestly, I would do 100 for a 9.6, but I'm cheap.
Okay. Interesting. I know what I'm buying next. No, okay. Next time I see you, I'll have one. No. Wolverine 1 Jerkovich connecting variant.
Yeah, man.
$42.
Yeah, this is
Was this hot back in the
day? Yeah, it was. Actually, this was on my want list, and I could never find it.
Okay. Actually, were you being cheap or?
No, I just never found it.
Okay.
And I think all of those Jurjevic mutant covers from this time period, I've basically come up nil on finding the vast majority of them.
How many from last week? How many X-Men Jim Lee books do you have laying around?
Oh man,
tons.
Not in great shape though, because I've read
them. I don't care. I take them. I might have to talk to you offline and give myself a Christmas present to myself.
No, I'm talking like
beat,
like
okay.
Damn near look like sandpaper.
I mean, for a couple bucks, I don't give a fuck, man. I'm just, I'm thinking about maybe I get a sort of Jim Lee collection of like X-Men stuff. Maybe things float through my brain.
I mean, because I love Jim Lee, so I read the shit out of all my books.
That's cool. I get you. Okay. And last but not least, X4.
Okay, so this one sold for $100, and I show last week that there was one that sold for basically cover price after auction. I'm pretty sure.
I deleted it, but probably you did.
Yeah. So this one was interesting. So it's
because I know who this is too. I know the seller too.
Ah, okay.
This is our buddy Tim, who just puts up things at high prices and it sells somehow.
Yeah, man. I'm like,
he does it every time.
Yeesh.
You've always found it for $1 too. So
yeah,
guy's insane. Yeah, I mean, it's cool. Somebody really wanted that book.
When do you put it up for auction? When do you just sell it?
He never puts anything up for auction. I think he just lists it at high prices and then he just waits and waits and waits. He doesn't care.
Salute.
Yeah, good man.
But I know you guys talked about that Ultimate Fallout 4 sale.
I did yesterday.
I posted it on my Instagram, I think a few days ago.
Yes.
And
because you were asking me if it was real or not, right?
No, I was.
I was
asking if this was a deal or can the price go lower?
Now, so yesterday we talked about it. I'm trying to find your post here right here. Oh, no. Yeah. So what he's alluding to, people, if you haven't seen it, was last night we talked about Ultimate Fallout 4 Jerkovich variant. So some people were saying it can go down to 7,000 to 8,000, but I don't know about that.
Yeah, some people in my comments, they were saying it could go for like maybe $3,000.
Yeah, 5,000 to 6,000. I mean, I don't know. Look how much interaction.
Look at this. Look at that.
4 to 5. Boy, people have got pipe dreams. They're just waiting on things.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
So yeah, we'll see. I love that emoji, right? I mean that GIF right there, and then you got the limbo one.
I like it.
Those are great.
Yeah. Funny
stuff. It's a party over at my Instagram at Mercenaut. Hey. It's a party, man. We be having a good time.
Did you see my my reel got like $8,000 on it somehow? Let's see if I can search it. It was Miss Johansson took care of me. So let's see if I can find it real quick. Oh, this one. Yeah, I'll probably get taken down, but it's okay.
Oh
yeah,
it's
a little Jimmy Fallon thing. So yeah. 310 likes.
Hey, yo, her mom can get it.
Oh boy.
Shit. I'd be Scarlett Johansson's stepdaddy any day.
Wow.
She can get it.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe later. I don't know what the fuck this is doing. Okay. So let's talk about it. Survivor Series. You want to talk about it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. It was in Rosemont, Illinois, aka Chicago, aka All-State Arena. The rumor's been for a while since our man left that he might show up. The dirt sheets were reporting it. They weren't reporting it. He's not in the building. Yada, yada, yada. And the man who came back was R-Truth, man. That was their thought. No, I'm joking. Did you watch the whole event?
Yeah, it got spoiled for me.
Did I spoil it?
No. I was just dicking around on Twitter, which because I just wasn't thinking anything of it. Because I meant to watch it, but I was just kind of dicking around on Twitter and it got spoiled. But it's still,
Did you watch Raw tonight? Oh, you were sleeping.
Yeah. I watched Raw. Yeah,
yesterday.
Raw. Yeah.
Okay, we can talk about that because I didn't watch Raw. I watched his segment, but I didn't watch the rest of it. So we can do a tour. We can do a twofer.
Sure.
So, So let's go through the matches real quick. So I saw the Bianca Belair, the Charlotte Flair, Shotzi, Becky Lynch versus Damage Control match.
Yeah,
I thought
yeah,
it was a
yeah.
really good match. I really did. Um, I liked it. I thought it was decent.
Yeah, the spot that got me was
The trash can.
yeah, and she was so like I love Io Sky
Yeah,
or Io Shirai when she was
correct.
in NXT, but I don't know, I love her. She's so cute. We saw her when she won the championship,
Correct. We
and
did.
she's just like just so happy to be there, and
Yes.
she's just like smiling. She puts the trash can over and just
Yeah.
like flies off the cage, and like everybody got jacked up. Becky's face, like on Raw, if you
Yeah.
catch her on Raw, man, her face got jacked up.
Well, I thought when Charlotte Flair did the
Oh
moonsault,
yeah.
I thought that knee destroyed whoever was underneath it. That knee when her knee came
Uh,
down, I was like, she
yeah.
dead. She dead.
Hmm.
Um, I watched the Gunther Miz match.
Yeah.
I thought if Miz won't beat Gunther, they put him in the Hall of Fame.
I'm wondering why they would build it up like that just to have him tap. You know what I
I
mean? I thought it'd be like maybe
I think it doesn't make him look that bad. I mean, he put up a hell of a fight. It's not like he just got
yeah.
destroyed in 2 minutes. So
Well, the Raw the next day,
mhm.
the Miz gets right back in Gunther's face and challenges him again. So
Maybe the Miz is a guy who takes the strap off of Gunther, which I don't really mind because the Miz. I don't mind him. I mean, the Miz from being a reality star into like he's basically gonna be a Hall of Famer, which is insane to me.
yeah.
But I don't think Gunther loses any kind of he can just give it away and say whatever. Move on to bigger and better feuds
I
maybe
mean, if you give it up, you give it up to somebody that kind of needs it.
like
Y-
like
y-
uh
Like the
like
Miz doesn't need it.
like L.A. Knight.
Yeah, probably him or damn, who the hell else is kind of up and coming? I nothing comes to mind right now, but just like maybe just somebody that just needs the
Who's
push.
that kid from Ilya Dragunov or whatever from NXT?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's actually the champion in
Yeah, do
NXT.
you let him drop the belt over there and bring him on a new thing, and then he just this guy and Gunther's never seen, and he just
Honestly, I'd keep building him up in NXT.
okay, okay,
I like him a lot, and I think him and Gunther they've had matches, and
mhm,
like when they were in NXT UK, they
right,
had hard hitting matches.
okay, interesting. I didn't I blipped out on a Santos Escobar Dragon Lee match. Okay,
Didn't care.
okay,
Fast forward. Didn't care.
okay, okay. Rhea Ripley, Zoe Stark. I didn't get. We were.
Yo. Okay,
Oh
so
boy,
Rhea Ripley was wearing these chaps, right?
yeah. Oh
And
boy,
you could see her ass, like when you caught her from the side, you could
yeah,
see her ass,
yeah,
like from coming out from the chaps. I'm
yeah,
like, woo, girl got a
yeah.
donkey,
Oh boy.
got a
Oh boy.
donkey.
I didn't and this is where I lost it because I was on Brian's show because I was trying to like iPad it and do it at the same time, so I
Yeah.
couldn't really and then this one. So after this, I guess what do you think of the match first and we'll talk about after.
Um.
So because Randy Orton, they teased Randy Orton during the whole show. He's not in the building, he's not around, I can't find him.
Mm-hmm.
Uh Cornette goes, you know, how so Cornette goes they set up this whole Randy Orton they can't find him he's not coming but never said like where the fuck he was at did he come out on Monday Night Raw and talk about why he wasn't there or he just
No. He's just delayed. He's
yeah but like
yeah. It's not. It's you got to have it be part of the story as to why.
right
But I mean, I don't even think the crowd cared,
I
or
know
even
he
the viewers cared.
dude Randy looked jacked
The homie didn't skip leg day. I tell
jacked
you that. Holy crap!
Jesus uh
He I would not shredded, but just like
juiced
ass. Yeah, man. Holy crap!
he didn't skip out on his chicken and broccoli let's put it that
That's
way
for sure.
what do you think of the match though
It was good. It's weird because I barely remember because all I remember was just like the anticipation for what's gonna come.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So let's okay. We fast forward it.
Come here, baby.
Uh.
Come here.
So the man, the myth, the legend comes out. CM Punk, right? And we're gonna talk about. I want to talk about after the CM Punk thing too.
Okay.
So Punk comes out. He just kind of comes out. Fan cam. Somebody saw Seth Rollins just giving him the business, right? Flipping
Mm.
him off, and then I heard Drew McIntyre was pissed, but it wasn't. So we found out that Drew McIntyre wasn't pissed about CM Punk. I guess he had he couldn't get off a thing with him and Jey Uso was supposed to be.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, dude. There was a segment on Raw between um Seth Rollins. Okay, so Seth Rollins comes out, right? And they were chanting CM Punk, and they were like,
Right.
"Come on, get it out, get it out.
Yeah.
I don't want to spend another second on that hypocrite." So he called CM Punk a hypocrite, and he's just like, "I want to talk about what really matters, which is the World Heavyweight Championship." And he got the crowd back with that. That was amazing. That
Do
was
you
amazing how he got the crowd back.
do you think it's Rollins and Punk for WrestleMania
That would be
night one?
interesting.
Night one.
That would be interesting because it seems like the WrestleMania plans basically got shuffled again.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I get you. So Punk comes out Raw. I saw the thing. I guess he had to shorten his promo. Promo was just paint by the numbers, kind of, nothing too crazy. It's funny that I don't know. I heard though that Mr. AEW Tony Khan blamed Daniel Bryan for firing CM Punk
Really? What? Why?
because I guess they have a wrestling council and
Hmm.
I don't know who that's all made of. He's kind of blaming on Daniel Bryan that they advised Tony Khan to fire CM Punk after the whole incidents.
Wow. Wow.
I don't know. I mean,
And
Moxley doesn't want to talk about Punk. He doesn't care about Punk today. That's what he said. A lot of people are,
yeah.
the Young Bucks who started all this thing are going away for a long time.
Hmm. As it probably is for the best.
Yeah, it just they're in shambles over there. And then they came out and said that TKO, who owns UFC and WWE right now,
Yeah.
are saying that the fighter wrestler pay for UFC is at 17%, and
Hmm.
wrestlers are nowhere close to that. So they're not scared to give wrestlers money. So that's a big thing right now because all of these
Wow.
guys who are like the Charlotte Flair's wife or Charlotte Flair's husband Andre,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
he wants to come
Right.
back. Theoretically,
Wow.
a lot of guys want to come back from over there. So they're like, hey man, the brink
Yo.
truck's open. So
Wow. You know what, man? That's a shame because I dig AEW. I think AEW is doing pretty well as far as creatively. Um there's a lot of there are a lot of good characters over on AEW. So if yeah, I hope AEW can kind of just pull it out and kind of weather this storm right now.
now CM Punk was saying according to the CM Punk dirt sheets, all that crap, they were saying that Punk wasn't really the big problem, the whole thing. It's other people. Punk was like he was built as a big guy. He demanded a lot of stuff because he was supposed to be the guy, and the rest of the guys were indie wrestlers. But the other thing too was like you're seeing all this stuff go behind the scenes, and it's like all these guys are trying to backstab each other. It's just very, that stuff's not going to happen in WWE anymore. It's a Triple H is at the helm and Nick Khan and all that stuff. So it's just very interesting how it's all going to play out. He's going to be on his P's and Q's kind of thing, and like
Oh hell yeah.
there's
Hell
no
yeah.
swing. No, who's going to swing on Triple H? You know what I'm saying? Like it's just
Yeah,
interesting.
Tony Khan, he doesn't have that I guess gravitas or presence like the way Vince McMahon does cuz
Right.
he's like kind of small, he's kind of diminutive.
Yeah, well, and the thing too is
Um
like there's no Pat Patterson over there to book, and he's doing the booking, which is not
yeah.
when you're owner booker. It just and I agree with this too. A couple things here. Where we at? second. Watching WWE is like watching a bad video game. It's okay. It's not for everybody. There has to be TV competition for WWE to be good. Yes, and that's true too. I'm not saying that I want AEW to collapse. I just hope that AEW doesn't turn into TNA or with
Right.
Sting and Daniel
Right.
Bryan is the the Sting of the new era. He doesn't want to come back, and he's playing for like Edge, right? That Edge picture where there's 5,000. So I listened to Cornette today, and they were talking about wrestling tickets. So they had 5 days, right? They had AEW there in Chicago down the street. They had SmackDown. They had Survivor Series, with Raw there too, and Raw.
I think Nashville had
Oh,
Raw.
Nashville had Raw. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So, but they had 4 days of wrestling there.
Mm-hmm.
So AEW did 5,000 tickets.
Okay.
SmackDown did 15,000.
Okay.
Survivor Series did 15,000 or 17,000 or something. So they did 32,000 tickets over in 2 days over AEW's 5,000 tickets. Which is that's crazy. And then you look at the comebacks. I mean, you had R-Truth, which I love seeing R-Truth. I think he's 51 years old. The guy's a fucking man. Randy Orton and then CM Punk. CM Punk's return video had 48 million views on YouTube.
Damn.
It just seems like AEW is just getting, because you got to think they lost Cody, right? Jay Cargill came over. Now CM Punk's coming over. Andre is, from Charlotte Flair's husband's going to come back eventually. I'm sure Rusev's coming back because he hasn't been on TV. He just comes on TV like once a month.
Man, that would be tough because his wife just is on AEW now.
Yeah.
It seems like, okay, so I'll say that maybe AEW has more creative control. Okay, by way of the wrestlers having more creative control than WWE, and that might be worth something. You know what I'm saying?
No, I agree.
Hopefully, that'll keep a lot of wrestlers there.
So this was published 11 hours ago. Again, I'm not the biggest person when it comes to this, but that's okay. 10 current AEWs who will be in WWE by 2025. Maybe Ethan Page.
I tried to get into him, but I kind of can't.
This is huge because I mean his big thing was like, I mean, if they're on the same show, him and Charlotte, then I think it'll be better than them being on opposite, brands.
I mean, to me, I think he's okay. So he was great in NXT, and then when he hit Andrade, when he hit the main roster in WWE, he I don't know, he just kind of fell by the wayside.
Yeah.
And then when he came to AEW, I thought he was tearing it up. So
no, this is true too. That's the other thing, new company versus established. But they were kind of projecting that big, they had Jericho, they had Cody Rhodes, they had Daniel Bryan, they had Moxley. I mean, they were on that uphill trajectory, and I feel like this is like WCW at the end. Like it was like they're just losing everybody, and it's starting to go like this. I mean, when you see photos of like Edge was supposed to be the big pop, and he has, the whole behind them's all paved off because they can't sell tickets. It's like,
yeah,
tough looking. Thunder Rosa. Everybody hates her. So Miro,
Rusev,
right?
Or Miro. Because it seemed like he had, like they buried him in WWE.
Yeah, but this one, I think he got injured too much too. Like he had a good run, then he got injured, and then he started and he stopped, and he's out of faction, then he doesn't. It's tough. FTR.
They're better off just staying in
AEW.
Yeah.
I don't think Keith Lee's going.
I don't know. I don't think they're booking him right in
AEW.
Yeah, that's that's weird, man. That's strange that they aren't.
Yeah. This could be your I guess you would say Bobby Lashley of AEW, maybe.
Yeah, I mean he should be having a title on him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't. That's kind of weird.
I'm gonna skip this one because
Paige
yeah,
or Soraya. I like, man. Okay, so she won the championship at
correct in Toronto or whatever in Canada or
no, in the UK.
oh
She
yeah, the
won,
UK, yeah, right, yeah,
yeah.
Wembley, right, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah,
I'm glad she got back in shape. She was looking a little chubby back when
yeah,
she wasn't wrestling.
yeah.
She's looking a little chubby, so she got back into wrestling shape. So good for her.
AEW has quite a few talents that they've dropped the ball. No, it's true. I mean, that's the problem with WCW. Had all those talents and just either let them all go or couldn't
Yeah,
book them right. Look
yeah.
at Austin. We can go back through all this stuff. This is interesting because he's starting to dance. Isn't Ricky Starks the guy who starts to dance now? Isn't he the dancing
Oh,
dude
he
now?
doesn't. No. That's Daniel Garcia,
Daniel Garcia. Okay.
but he's the tag champs with Big Cass.
Okay. 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 So he maybe. I don't. I'm not even gonna say this.
No, stop it. Get on with that.
Wardlow.
Wardlow.
I mean, I know they're like big guys. I know that's Vince's dream, obviously. But.
Yeah. You know what? They should AEW should do everything they can to hold on to him.
So the problem is, you know who we didn't see in this list? MJF.
Right.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Yo, and listen, hey, listen. Yo, I'm a brother, man. I like chubby. Hey, listen, I ain't mad at chubby girls. What you talking about?
Yeah, I didn't see MJF, but you know the thing too is like you know he tweeted he was trying to support AEW and like all this stuff, but I don't know. I mean MJF, I know he talks about money and he kind of blurs the lines and all this stuff, but MJF at the end of the day just kind of I really don't know. Like I mean they have TKO has a lot of money now. They just throw enough money at him and just put him there and say 3 years and no one cares.
Well, whatever the case is, I hope AEW can stick it out, and I hope they can prosper because WWE is better when they have like real competition.
Right. Terrible. Any highlights from Raw besides the CM Punk Randy Orton kind of thing? Anything else you thought that was dope? A lot of people are hating that Roman Reigns is part-time. They can't stand him anymore.
That's fine. I'm not mad at Roman Reigns. Okay, so after Seth Rollins promo, Drew McIntyre comes out, right? He basically interrupts Seth Rollins promo, and he's just like, you know what, you were right about me being a crybaby, and maybe I can get her. He was just saying I want to get a rematch and show you, that I've that you were right. That basically he has the eye of the tiger once again, and he wants to show him. And he's just like, you know what? I already have a match booked for the title, and he's just like, who is it? And it's Jey Uso, and because he still has a thing about Drew McIntyre, still has a thing about Jey Uso, and he went into a rage over that. And so Drew McIntyre headbutted him, and he headbutted him so hard that he got like a cut.
They got a hard way, right?
Yeah. He got a cut like on his forehead to make it look even more real. You know what I'm saying? But I think he headbutted the title.
Yeah, that's what it was. It came off the title.
Yeah. But it was so fast that it looked like he just gave him a clear headbutt.
For me, want to pull back the curtain on Drew McIntyre a little bit?
Sure.
Okay. So he hasn't renewed his contract. His contract's up.
Drew McIntyre.
Yeah. Really? And he's saying he doesn't know if he wants to resign. He wants to chill and hang out with his family, kind of thing. Like he wants to take time off. So it's interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting.
So that's a little Drew Mac sauce for you. Okay. Anything else on Raw? Anything boring besides that?
I mean, it was an enjoyable show for the most part. Nothing else really stuck out. Is like just going off the top of my head, nothing else really stuck out. Except you had Rhea Ripley. I love her, man. Sorry.
I know. I know.
And what else? I think that might have been it. You had the match between Nia Jax and Zoe Stark. It almost felt like a squash,
Really?
which was interesting because Zoe Stark just fought for the title. It felt like
Yeah.
a squash.
They have a lot of. I mean, the problem is like they're trying to keep away for all intents and purposes. They're trying to keep away all of. Let me.
Oh yeah, and Cody announced that he's going to be in the Royal Rumble,
Yes.
and then Shinsuke he cuts a promo video on screen, and then he shows up behind Cody and misses him. So we're gonna set up a Shinsuke. I really don't care about Shinsuke. I never did. I never really did. So it's
okay. Early predictors. Who do you think's gonna win the Royal Rumble? You got Punk winning the Royal Rumble. I heard Punk,
man.
I heard Punk wins the Rumble and Cody wins the Elimination Chamber.
You know what's interesting? Because there are a lot of guys that are, I guess you can say, are deserving of the title. So that's what makes it very interesting. There's not just one clear-cut guy. But all right.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, so this is
and then you got to figure you still have Mr. Senior Money in the Bank, Damian Priest,
who every fucking pay-per-view they just bring out that fucking suitcase and say he's gonna.
Yeah.
That's killing me, dude.
Yeah.
It's like it means nothing now because he can't even cash in. It's like what, you gotta take a credit card at the thing,
dude.
Like,
listen, you will bury him if he's not able to cash in successfully. That's the biggest burial ever for a wrestler if they can't cash in.
So if he can cash in on the world heavyweight title or whatever it is, what does he do after that? Like, because he hasn't been built up for anything. He's been losing a lot, right? It's like
yeah.
Or he'll win and it'll be somebody else like Balor or somebody, or and it's like he'll try to cash in and he always fails. Like,
okay, so I'm thinking maybe at the right before the next Money in the Bank, that's when he cashes in. But yeah, it just seems like
he has a long way to recover from this. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Stuff. Possible 24 winner. So Gunther, which will be interesting. CM Punk, obviously. So that's the only 1 and 2. And then for the women, Bailey and
oh yeah, she still hasn't made her debut officially.
So he said that she is not going to make a one anytime soon. He says it's not her fault. She just is not ready.
Okay,
not going to rush it.
All right, that's fine. That's fine.
So, which is good for them. They're not just. I mean, a lot of people are like, well, you just need to bring her out and she can talk and do all this. Yeah, but it's like you can't talk for 3 months. It's like
I mean, I guess 2024 is right around the corner, so not a big deal.
Did you notice in CM Punk's promo on Raw, he said what did he say? He called back to Paul Heyman.
Oh yeah, he said the wise man.
The wise man, yes. Do you think Punk and Heyman hang out together now? I mean, you think
no.
You don't think Heyman's going to be in his
I
corner?
heard talk about that, and he doesn't need it.
I mean, does Roman Reigns really need Heyman anymore?
I
mean, he just stands behind him.
He does. I think he does. Sure. It just makes it. It just he needs an entourage behind him.
Do you think? Okay, I'm going to blow everybody's mind. Roman Reigns, CM Punk, even though it's not going to happen at WrestleMania, and Heyman. Heyman hits or gets involved and makes Roman lose and runs away with Punk at WrestleMania. Oh.
To me, it would be interesting to see Seth Rollins versus CM Punk.
Okay.
That would be more interesting to me.
Were they in Ring of Honor back in the day together at the same time? Tyler Black and CM Punk.
Um, damn, I don't remember. I do know it was him and
Yes, they
Samoa
were.
Joe, but not necessarily Seth Rollins.
Nope. Nope.
Okay.
Okay. Punk left. Enjoyed. Okay. He debuted in until 07. Okay. So he was long gone by then. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, it's very. It's funny. It piques my interest again. Why I watch it weekly? Probably not. Maybe Raw because maybe. I mean, I do Monday nights on here. But
In all honesty, Dynamite to me. Okay, so as far
let's
as
rank
the
them.
wrestling shows that I really love to watch, it's NXT. That's like a smooth watch.
Okay.
Dynamite is a smooth watch.
Okay.
SmackDown and Raw, very clunky. You have some really good highlights in Raw, but there's a lot of segments that you just got to fast forward through.
Who's your okay? I know we're almost in December. Who's your Booker of the Year? Shawn Michaels, NXT, Tony Khan, AEW.
Oh
Triple H?
man, you know what? I like NXT. But those that talent can get snapped up in any minute. So I do like AEW Dynamite. And then you got Collision,
Yeah.
which is a smooth watch as well.
Okay.
On Saturdays. So I don't know. It's fun because I love Tony Storm. I love what she's doing. Timeless Tony Storm. There's just something about it I love. Actually, I think the women's division in AEW to me feels stronger.
Okay.
Even though I don't watch Nyla Rose. I don't watch Nyla Rose matches at all.
Yeah.
But I think the women's division is pretty damn strong.
Yeah.
And
I think
good to watch.
the problem for Rhea is just so dominant over everybody. It just makes everybody like to work. That's why Jade has to come in. But you can't just feed her to her and then like it's all clunky. I mean, I know Rhea can like hold her own and like walk her through her, but it's gonna look terrible.
I'm wondering how long Rhea can go with the title. That's that interests me.
If I take women's championship WWE. Longest reigning diva. Oh, I guess Nikki Bella at 301 days, 406 days combined for AJ Lee.
You know what? I think Moolah, the fabulous
Moolah had it for like 85 years. I kind of take it. That's like Bruno at like 85 years. I really don't.
Yeah. Take that. I guess you got to go modern era.
Yeah, I mean, here I'll just show everybody. So length, that's kind of. Jesus Christ.
She must have had some dirt on Vince, boy. Vince and Vince Senior.
Jesus Christ. Oh, here we go. 10 years, 3,651 days. Jesus.
Jeez.
Yeah. I guess Kaylee Ray, 649 days.
Kaylee Ray. Oh, that's Alba Fire.
Okay.
And on the main roster.
Okay. Oh, sure. NXT 510 for.
Okay.
Oh, Rockin' Robin, I remember that. Yeah. Jacob Snake's sister.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe you give it to her for a couple of years, and then maybe Jay Cargill.
Fucking Rhea, she be looking good with that belt, though, man. She look good with that belt.
Champions, bro. So, all right, brother. I gotta roll through. I gotta go to fucking work tomorrow. Friday we got comic shop talk. Monday is Flipside. We got this. That's it, man. We're all doing things. So we appreciate everybody, especially with our limited capped wrestling talk.
Yeah.
But no, that's cool. We're doing it. We appreciate it. And then we'll talk to everybody later. Let me kill this thing, and we're gonna be deuces. So let me get through this.